Hey there YouTube, just wanted to talk about the brand name Torqueboards. I bought almost everything Torqueboards with the exception of the deck and my lights. The lights are shed lights which really work amazing, by the way. Headlights and tail lights. Now then, they don't really show pictures of this on the website, or it's really hard to find it, but I'm gonna go ahead and pop it up, pop the hood. This is what the battery looks like. You can tell it's really dirty. I used the heck out of this. I've been riding around on this for about 3 months right now. But I've got the lithium ion batteries. It's been really good. It's the 12S 4P battery. Got the on-off switch right here. This is a general guideline of where you're at. Of course, you got the USB plug-in so you can charge your phone. Hopefully not while riding. Then of course you got your normal outlet to charge the battery right here. I got the 2 amp charger, the standard that comes with it. It takes forever to charge it. It takes like over 12 hours to charge it. So if you're thinking about getting one of these, I'd highly recommend going up to the 4 amp charger, unless you're okay with a slow charge. As you can tell, I've got foam all over it. That's because my board is a little bit concave and the plastic isn't really flexible. It's pretty stiff, so I put the foam there to help seal it off, and not only that, but to help hold it in place, because my streets here where I'm at are actually very bumpy. I had to put epoxy all over the place. As you can see, the vibrations have been breaking it slowly over time. Got a crack there. It's just slowly opening up the holes. Now whenever you get the battery, it comes free with the cover. I think only for the US, but it also comes with some hardware, so you can easily slide the cover on. You can easily pop it on or pop it off. There's some small screws, so you can just easily just pop it in place. Just slide it. See if I have any. Oh, here we go. Yeah, see, so you can just slide it in place and just. And you got comes with the wire coming out of it, which I have plugged into the VESC. And this is my receiver for the controller right here. Comes plugged in right here on the side. You can give a better look at that. Now there does have other plugins for the other wire. This right here is for the motor. It's for the if you want to have it censored. You gotta buy it separately if you're gonna get the VESC. Now I have my motor set as my front wheel drive right now. So on the 12S, I'm using the Torqueboard 6355 260 kilovolt motor, which actually it still works. Only real problem I have with it is after a while it actually starts getting hot. Not the motor itself, but the VESC. In which case it has a safety feature that kicks on, which starts limiting power. So that being said, I start losing my top speed, I lose acceleration, I lose my braking power. If you were to take off the limits, you could probably hit about 40 miles an hour. With my ERPM limit at 60,000, I was able to hit 35 miles an hour, no problem. Like I said, after about a mile, it starts slowing down. I ended up getting down to like 9 miles an hour, in which case I just stopped. You could turn it off, you could just let it sit there, it don't matter, it don't make a difference. But once it cools off, then you'll be able to ride again. Right now I have it set to where my VESC, the ERPM limit is like around 45 to 50,000, and that cuts down my speed a little bit and also makes it last a little bit longer before it needs to cool off again. With that being said, after a while, like I said, I've been riding for 3 months. I've been having a small problem with it. The acceleration's been getting slower. Braking power is no problem. It's just the acceleration. It just feels like it's kind of sluggish speeding up. So I decided it's time to get the right motor for it. So I got the 6355 190 kilovolt motor, which on the second day I ended up having a problem with it, which threw me off. Now I already got to take it apart right here, in case anybody wants to see. It's really easy to take apart, by the way. But for me, it was this little bitty ring right here, which got loose. I heard like a rattling, so I took it apart. I put some of the JB Weld on it. I'm letting it just cure right now, which will take about a day. See if I get some better light in there. As you can see, you see an indentation right here. This is for what's called a keyway, because whenever you get the motor, it comes with like a little stone right here, which you fit in here. I use some pliers to help it sit in there properly. I have it on this one already, so it's to help lock the pulley in place. As you can see, Torqueboards motors, they all have this little indentation for it, which will help lock it in place. I'm supposed to have 2 screws, but one of them fell off because I forgot to put Loctite on it. But one's still good. It's been lasting me. These screws are the hex. It comes with the kit. If you end up getting the motor mount with the wheels and the trucks, it's all one assembly. The tools I've been using, you can get these tools at Walmart. I got this one that comes like a red, blue, and a yellow one. It's a 3-pack, and so far it's been working really good for me. You also need the typical tool, skater's tool, so you can take the wheels off in the trucks and put them on. As you can see, the big difference, because this is my old left board motor right here. I think it's a 57 is what it is. Get that to focus. You can see a noticeable difference because I'm using 63 millimeter motors. 63 is I would actually recommend 63 millimeter motors more than the 50, just for the fact that they're bigger, so they can give you a little bit more power, more torque, and you'll have a less chance of you overworking the motor compared to the smaller ones by itself. Now then, whenever you're putting these together, make sure you get the alignment right, because alignment can make a little bit of a difference with putting these on, because sometimes it won't seat it properly, because you can see it's kind of hard to tell. My alignment is a little bit off, and it's ate into my tire a little bit. See, that looks like a little wave. I mean, it still works. It works just fine. I haven't had any issues with it so far, with it being up by this much, but it's better to have it fully set. It's just the vibrations of our streets keep loosening it. But yeah. Oh, one more thing. If you decide to take one of these motors apart, there's just these 3 little clips that hold it down. You got the top clip, then of course you got these 2 smaller clips. But then after that, it's gonna take some serious finger strength to pull it out. It's like Excalibur. It's that hard. That's how strong the motors are. But as soon as this dries here the next day or so, I'm gonna give it probably 2 days to make sure it fully cures. And then I'll end up making another video of me riding on it. But yeah, if you need help programming a Vesk, Torqueboards does have their own video on YouTube that'll show you how to do it. I've actually watched their video. That's what helped me program it. There's a few key settings on there. The 260 kilovolt motor is recommended more for the 6S, while the 190 kilovolt motor is recommended more for the 12S. More current, less current. More efficient for me, more efficient for the 6S. Alrighty. If you have any questions, feel free to leave me a question in the comment. I'll answer as best I can. Thanks guys for watching.